really just want Wendy Williams to be okay, for her to be all right, for her to beat COVID-19 and push through this situation. As you guys know, about last week, there was, someone outside of Wendy's building as she was coming home from the doctor's office, and she was being helped by her manager, and her son was there too as well, supporting his mom. So we see everybody does have on masks, because maybe at this point when these pictures was taken, it has been revealed that Wendy did have a breakthrough COVID case. And, I didn't know that Wendy Williams ended up getting the vac, because when she was, interviewing Dr. Oz on her show, she wasn't adamant about getting it, and she wasn't even thinking about getting the flu vac, so therefore she wasn't even thinking about getting the 19 vac or whatever the case may be. So that's what it stood on. But when, Wendy Williams made the announcement and saying that she had a breakthrough case, so it almost seems like she did get the vac, and then she ended up still, contracting or getting, COVID. So this is like a crazy situation too as well. We're gonna lift Wendy Williams up in prayer that everything works out for her, that she'll be back in her purple chair, and it's just really sad, because we don't want nothing to happen to Wendy Williams. And as we know, Wendy does have underlying conditions too as well that really makes her, vulnerable. And so we're going to lift her up and pray for Wendy Williams. A lot of people got beef with Wendy. A lot of people say this about Wendy, but Wendy really is an icon. And Wendy Williams really put a lot of people on, and she really broke so many different careers where they catapult to the top after seeing Wendy. And even if she gossip about you, your numbers are gonna go up. People going to wonder why Wendy is talking about you, why Wendy said this, why Wendy did that. But in any event, there'll never be another Wendy Williams, point blank, period. And Wendy did make an announcement last week, that she will be back, September 20th, for season 13 premiere. But basically she was going to cancel all of her promotions, but now we're seeing that she's not going to be back until October. And Wendy Williams, get as much rest, as much time as you need to heal, and just hopefully everybody does what they're supposed to do, and Wendy comes back and she's sitting in that purple chair like it ain't nobody's business, baby, because we are rooting for Wendy to keep going, to keep on, to be up on here on TV, giving us these viral stories. I know sometimes it doesn't seem like Wendy has compassion, but she does. You got to understand, she wasn't raised with compassion either. But in any event, Wendy is supposed to return back to TV on Monday, October 4th. In the meantime, we're just going to be repeat episodes. But in any event, Cynthia Bailey dropped down in the comment section. Also, Karen Huger, Medina dropped down too as well, just to wish, Wendy Williams well, and basically to keep her up in prayer and let her know that people support her out here in these streets, even though sometimes we don't agree with everything that Wendy says or does. But she is iconic, and she really opened the doors for a lot of women, of color, to be where they are at today, to have a daytime TV show, be syndicated, and then also have her own biopic, her own documentary, and then writing her own story. So now celebrities can start writing their own stories, so nobody else would have to tell the stories for them. And so that's iconic as well. Then also her relationship with the radio, being on the radio. I mean, you didn't even have to see Wendy. Just listening to Wendy on the radio was off the chain. It was absolutely entertaining, unless you was, the butt of the entertainment. It wasn't that good. But Wendy broke a lot of information. She broke a lot of stuff that a lot of people and the community did not know that was going on and was happening with stars and celebrity, which should be private. But at the same time, some of these celebrities were putting people's life in danger, and we just wish Wendy Williams well, point blank, period. We got nothing but love for Wendy Williams, and we just want her back in that chair, baby. It's like, you're hearing so many different things and so many different stories about celebrities and things that are happening to them. It's just like, we're losing celebrities one by one. So we got to give them their roses while they're here, even if we don't agree with everything that they say. But it's called freedom of speech, and it's like we don't have freedom of speech anymore. It's like we don't have freedom of choice in Texas. It's not like, women can, it's like, we're being, boggled down. We're being tied up. One thing that we did did have, we can make our own decisions whether we want to do this, whether we want to do that, or we can say no. It's like we can't say no. If we do say no, we might be punished. Ask Joe Biden. Like, damn, like America is really changing. And, we haven't been free in a lot of areas, but at least we had the freedom of what we put in our body if we wanted to or not. Some people, it's just crazy how the world is changing and how things are changing, and just how, people are dropping like flies. And it's just shocking. So many people been touched by what's going on with this pandemic for years now, and we'll never forget this. This is like a travesty for United States. And then the laws that are being implemented, and then, also with people losing their jobs, and if they don't go get that, that's a whole nother thing. Like, usually you wouldn't get the job if you failed the drug test. Now you will lose your job even though you got your job if you don't go get the vac. So it's a whole lot of things going on, but at the same time, nobody wants to be on a ventilator. Point blank, period. So we have to take care of ourselves and take care of the people that we love and do what's best for us, our family, the world, and also just build our immune systems up too as well. Because if there are breakthrough cases, just being comfortable that you got the vac and that's it, you might be hit with it. You know what I mean? So you just got to make sure your body health is the most important thing right now to survive. Health is really wealth. And we have heard that saying so many times, but it's really actual factual today. Health is wealth today. Because, baby, So lift Wendy Williams up in prayers, and lift up your family in prayers too as well. Because I'm just seeing so many different cases of children being left orphans because of the pandemic, because of 19. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. And we just want to give Wendy the strength, the power, and heal her body, that she is even more healthier than she was before, because Wendy Williams been fighting a battle all her life. She's been battling weight, battling her childhood, battling the industry, battling her husband. She's been battling her whole life, and it hasn't stopped. So if you think that you're ever going to sit pretty and not battle, that's not going to happen. We always got to battle. Ain't no rest for the good.